Hey, what is going on guys? Tech Enthusiast here, and this is a camera comparison video between the Asus ROG phone against the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro. Both of these phones are flagship phones from 2018, but how will they fare in this camera comparison? Let's find out in this video. Just before starting the comparison, here is an overlook of the camera specs. The Asus ROG phone has a dual 12 megapixel camera which supports OIS and EIS. The Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro has a dual 12 megapixel camera which consists of OIS and 2x telephoto. As for the video recording, the ROG phone can record videos at 60 frames per second in 1080p and 4K. For slow motion video, it can record videos in 240 frames per second at 720p and 1080p. The Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro can currently record 4K at 30 frames per second and slow motion video at 240 frames per second at 1080p. There will be an update coming at some point where you can record slow motion videos in 960 frames per second at 720p. Firstly, we have this white flower, and they both look very good in terms of the details. The only difference I see in this photo is that the Mi 8 Pro is a little warmer. On the second photo of this focus plant, the details can be seen a bit better on the Mi 8 Pro. Having said that, the pebbles are overexposed on the Mi 8 Pro, but a lot better on the ROG phone. On this photo, the yellow is actually a little brighter than you see here, and it is a little too dull looking on the ROG phone. Here is a photo of some graffiti, and it pretty much looks the same for both of the photos, but if you look at the photo taken by the Mi 8 Pro, the clouds have slightly more details. On this photo, in terms of color accuracy, I'll give it to the ROG phone as the yellow isn't that bright. However, the Mi 8 Pro is a bit sharper looking overall. On this photo, color wise they look very similar, but in terms of the details, the Mi 8 Pro is better here. Here is a portrait photo, and I'm not seeing any major differences here. Having said that, they both look very average, nothing amazing like the Google Pixel 3. Here is another portrait photo of an object. The focus of the object and the blurring of the backgrounds are very similar, but the Mi 8 Pro is a little contrasty, which you can tell by looking at the grass. Here is a photo that was taken indoors next to the window with natural lighting, and you can notice the color of the red is different on both of them. I would say the ROG phone is more accurate here. Another indoor photo, and between the two I'm not seeing any differences. Moving on to some low light photos, I think the ROG phone has taken the better photo here. It seems a little contrasty on the Mi 8 Pro. Here is a photo of a lamp. The ROG phone has pulled in more light compared to the Mi 8 Pro. And lastly, an outdoor low light photo. They look very similar, and if you look at the sky, the noise seems to be the same for both of the phones. This is a focus test video recording on the Asus ROG phone to see how fast it focuses with the background and the foreground object. This is a focus test video recording on the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro to see how fast it focuses with the background and the foreground object. In this video comparison, do look out for the animated speaker icons so you know which device the audio is coming from. This is a 1080p video recording at 30 frames per second between the Asus ROG phone against the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro. So it's a lovely day, as you can probably see, and I'm just gonna go down here as usual to see what we've got. So nothing really swimming by other than on this side here. Let's take a quick look down here. And now I'm just gonna walk up here a bit fast and then a short jog to see how the video stabilization is between the two phones. This is a 4K video recording at 30 frames per second between the Asus ROG phone and the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro. And as you can see here, we've got some of the local wildlife out, and this is just after 12 o'clock. So I'm just going to do a short jog to see how the video stabilization is in 4K between the two. And stop here And we've got the whole gang in this area. And let's just take a look at the sides. And then come to an end. So that is the end of this camera shootout. For daylight photos, I would say the ROG Phone was better when it came to color accuracy. Now having said that, the Mi 8 Pro had more details than the ROG Phone. For portrait photos, in general, they both look pretty similar and they weren't really amazing. For indoor photos, again, they both look very similar to each other, but color accuracy was a bit better on the ROG Phone. For indoor low light photos, the ROG Phone was a little better, and then for outdoor low light photos, they were pretty much the same. As for the video recording, the video quality is a bit better on the Mi 8 Pro and the audio probably as well, but the video stabilization is better on the ROG Phone. So what were your thoughts about this camera comparison? Which of these phones will you or have you bought? Do let me know in the comment section. Now if you have enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, then please do consider subscribing, as I have more videos coming up, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notified as soon as I release those videos. Do follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like always, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you in the next video.